we'll be starting off since we are in Vajrasana, in meditative posture already. We'll be doing simple stretches in this posture itself for that helps with brain activity and that also helps with overall, muscle flexibility. So in Vajrasana, we bring our hands to the side, inhaling, we raise our both the hands up and make a namaste on top of our head. Here, stay here, just look at your posture. Your shoulders have to be relaxed. Hand may be outstretched. You can have a little bent arm, that is part of it. But your shoulder position is important. Your back has to be erect and, of course, engage your core, engage your abdomen. From here, keeping your focus at maintaining this posture, you very gently bend to the right. Make sure your posture is the same. Coming back, bending to the left. Coming back. And just back to this posture. From here, we twist to the right, back to center, twisting to the left, back to center. From here, you bring your arms just little bit behind and bring your chest towards the ceiling. Back to center, bending forward, becoming parallel to the ground. And back to center. Gently bring your arms down, relax yourself, keeping your left hand on the mat, right, very close to your hips. And bringing your right hand on top, looking up. From here, bringing your right hand behind the back of your neck and looking up. So sideward lateral stretch, you should feel the stretch in this area. Coming back to this posture, making your palms face sideways, sliding the left hand forward, then extreme lateral stretch. Coming back, release. Again, right hand goes on the mat, left hand goes towards the feet, and look up. From here, bringing the left hand at the back of your neck, bringing your elbows towards the ceiling. Look up. Again, feel the stretch on the left hip. From here, bring your left hand forward, making your palms face towards the right, and then stretching your right hand, sliding it forward. Extreme stretch. Back and release. Okay. Interlocking your hands and stretching them out. Simple stretch. Stay here, normal breathing. Bringing it back, this time letting your palms face the head and stretching them out. Bringing it back, bringing it to your chest, palms facing towards you, stretch forward. Back, palms out, back. Palms out from the other side. And back. Now, bringing this to the right. Make sure your body is facing forward, your hips are facing forward. It's just your hand going to the side. And again, check the position of the shoulder. Bringing it back, going to the other side. And back. Now, if you have space behind you, so we now interlock our hands behind us and stretch them. Stay stretched, maintaining the stretch, you bring your forehead on the mat, or at least as close as possible, and then raise your hand up. Stay here, normal breathing. Bringing the hand down first, then coming up. Bringing your hands behind you, little around 2 palm prints forward. From here, raise your hips just a little. Back, raising your hips up again. And back. This time, coming to a kneeling posture. You can have a little bit of distance between your knees, that is fine. But your toes are together and your heels are apart. Now, engaging your core, which is your abdominal area, this muscle. Engaging this muscle. Go down in 5 counts. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Come up again. Do the same thing one more time. Going down in 5 counts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Coming back to kneeling posture. This time, touching hold of your right leg, just the right leg ankle, and pressing it towards your buttocks. You might notice it is coming slightly outwards. You can and bring it closer to you. It's just an extreme stretch for your calf muscle, for your shin bone, and your ankle of course. Release. Again, you take the left leg up, hold it. And again, you might notice it is slightly coming to the left side. Let it come and hold it. Again, balance yourself, that's of utmost importance for you. Do not fall on it. Great. This time, we do the same stretch. The hand going to catch hold of our ankle, but for a completely different reason. So, very gently, catch hold of your right ankle. Let your hips come forward. In this position, if you can, let your left hand fall. Bringing the left hand back, very gently sliding the right hand, coming back to the kneeling position. We are going to do the same thing on the left. So you first take your left hand, slide it forward. Catch hold of the left leg. Again, balance yourself. Let your hips come forward and let your right hand fall. Bringing the right hand back, sliding the left hand back, coming into a knee. Okay. From here, coming back to Vajrasana, let there be some distance between your knees. Let your right Let your hands come forward. Slide your hands forward and let your forehead come over the mat. Stay here for a few seconds. Very gently coming back up. This time, letting your hands leg forward, coming into your force. From here, bring your hands just one palm print forward. Just one palm print forward. You are a little disbalanced, and there's more weight on your hands than on your legs. In this position, tuck your toes in and come into a somewhat plank position. This is plank. You raise your hips up a little and come into a Mukha Svanasana position, which is your downward facing dog. From here, let your right leg come forward. By come forward, I mean come forward and be at the right side of your right hand. Let your left knee fall on the mat, let the left leg. So this is the position you end up with. Basically, your right leg is around 90 degrees. Your left knee is on the mat. You are in this position. In this position, lock your hands, keep it on top of your knee. Not pressuring the knee, somewhere, before the knee. And go forward. Just a little. Stay here. There is an extreme stretch on the left leg. Stay here. Now in breathing. Okay. Relaxing yourself, bringing the left hand on the mat. And the right hand goes to the ceiling. Stay here again. Normal breathing. Back. Bringing the right hand on the mat as well. This time, keep your hands fixed on the mat. And very gently, just shift the weight on the left leg. Let the legs be as it is. Going forward as much as possible. And then coming back, hands are fixed on the mat. Your right toe can be pointed towards you, but that's the max. Your heel is fixed on the mat. Going forward and coming back. Okay. Very gently bringing the right leg back. Okay. Coming back, tucking your toes into a downward dog position. This time, bringing the left leg forward on the other side, on the exterior side of the left hand. So, bringing the right knee to the ground, letting your right toe fall. So this is the position you end up in again. Your left leg is somewhat a 90 and your right leg is stretched. The right knee is on the mat. Locking your hands, keeping your hands right very close to the knee and bringing it forward. An extreme stretch on the right side, your right quadriceps specifically. From here, bringing the right hand on the mat and letting the left hand go towards the feet. Great. Bringing it back, both your hands are on the mat, and this time they are fixed on the mat. So you gently shift the weight backward. Let your left toe, face it, but that is the max. So hands are fixed. Bringing it back very gently, shifting the weight. Bringing it back and shifting the weight. From here, gently bringing the leg down. Let there be some distance between your knees. Coming into Balasana position, let your hands be forward, let your forehead fall on the mat. Relax. Catch your breath. Relax your chest. Catch your breath. We'll be now doing Surya Namaskar, which is we are only going to do one set of Surya Namaskar. So it's not much, but in case it causes any form of discomfort, unmute, let me know. It is an advanced practice, but the reason we are going for it today is because our body is stretched at the moment. And also, there is no better exercise in yoga other than Surya Namaskar for overall metabolic boost, weight loss, whether it be weight maintenance, whether it be optimal brain activity, blood pressure issue, all of which can be prevented by Surya Namaskar. It can also cure depending on the nature of the person, the gunas of the person. It takes one-on-one sessions for treating a person in with Surya Namaskar, but it is extremely preventive in nature and will prevent all kinds of diseases. So that's one major highlight why we'll be going for Surya Namaskar. And another request is you um, turn the camera on if possible because I would really love to interact. Coming at the front of your mat. So at the front of your mat, look forward, bringing your hands in Namaste position. We'll be doing one set, which is one Surya Namaskar on each side. Inhale and exhale, normal breathing. Check your position. Your back has to be erect. Your shoulders have to be relaxed. Your weight has to be equally distributed between the two legs. There is no going forward with the weight or going back with the weight. Your weight is maintained by both the legs. Take your position, bringing your hands in namaste. Stay here, normal breathing. Relax yourself. Inhale and exhale. From here, inhaling, we raise our hands up and let our hands go a little behind, bringing our chest facing towards the ceiling. Very gently bringing our hands down, letting it touch the toe. If possible, to touch the toe. Otherwise, you can just let it be. Let it reach wherever it is possible. From here, bending your knees, bringing your palms on the mat. And then gently bringing the right leg behind. Again, like we did before, bringing the knee to the ground, letting the right leg relax, and bringing it forward, looking up. A special sign. Bringing the left leg behind now, coming on your downward facing. Anuswara. From here, bringing your knee, chest, and chin on the mat. Knee on the mat, chest and chin on the mat. Sliding it forward, very gently coming up. Vijayalakshmi. Again, coming to Adho Mukha or the downward facing dog. Be careful when you come up. Bringing the right leg forward and letting the left leg relax. Knee down, go down, look up, bringing the left leg back. Breathe. If possible, touch your toe. Let your knee be bent. Touch your toe. Coming up and namaste. Catch your breath, relax yourself. That was half of the set, which is on the right side. We'll be doing the same thing on the left side now. Inhale and exhale, relax yourself. Inhale, raising your hands up, bringing your chest facing towards the ceiling. Just a slight backward bend. Exhaling, bringing your hands down, touching your toes. Bringing your palms to the mat, letting the left leg go behind. Knee on the mat, toe on the mat, looking up. From here, coming into a downward facing dog position, tucking your toe in, coming into a downward facing dog. Now, bringing your knee, chest, and chin on the mat. Exhaling out completely. Shifting your legs and inhaling, raising up. Vijayalakshmi. We are going to go back to downward facing dog or Adho Mukha. Be careful. Exhaling out completely. Coming into downward facing dog position. Letting your left leg come forward. Right knee on the ground, right ankle on the ground, looking up. Letting the right leg come forward now. Touch your toes. Coming up. And back to namaste. Inhaling and exhaling, relaxing yourselves in this position. That was one set of Surya Namaskar. We'll be doing some few stretches that Surya Namaskar doesn't do. Usually Surya Namaskar is considered as a full body stretch, and it is. However, there are two major areas that Surya Namaskar doesn't cover. It covers this area, the front of your body, and this area, the back of your body. But the laterals, side stretches, or the twists, these are the stretches that Surya Namaskar doesn't cover. So for a full body stretch with Surya Namaskar, you need to have a side stretch. What we'll be doing. So there is around 2 to 2.5 feet distance between your feet. From here, you bring the right toe outwards, facing the right side. And the heel of your right toe should be in line with the instep. That's the approximation that we take. Your hips have to be facing forward. Your hips can't be doing this. They have to be facing forward. Your hands come into a T position. From here, just bring your hands forward towards the right side. And then gently bending down, touching your ankle, your heel, whatever you can touch, and looking up. Stay here, normal breathing. It's a extreme sideward stretch. Gently looking down, coming up. We are going to do the same thing on the left side. So your legs first come to a neutral position, then your left leg toe faces out towards the left side. Your left heel and instep have to be in one line. Adjust yourself accordingly. Now, check your hip position. Hip faces forward. You are facing forward. Hands in T position. From here, first go to the left side. Then let your hand touch the toe, the heel, whatever, and look up. Stay here, normal breathing. Gently looking down, coming up. We take a seat again. Coming into a Asana. And then coming into your force position. So your knees are hip distance apart approximately, and your hands are shoulder distance apart. That's the measurement we have for. Coming into a neutral position and then looking up, curving your back, inhale. Exhale, bringing your chin to the chest, again curve your back. Inhaling, looking up. Exhaling, bringing your chin to the chest. Again, inhaling, looking up. Exhale, bringing the chin to the chest. Normal position. This time, we just simply go back. Let our hips fall and let our forehead fall on the back. Coming into Balasana. Relax yourself, catch your breath. Very gently coming back up. We'll be now moving on to supine positions. So turn on any one side first and then lie down on your back. Turn on any one side. Gently coming on your back. Let your back be completely on the mat. Bend your knees. Let your knees come together. Let the heels stay apart. Bring the right hand on top of your navel. Let the left hand relax casually on the left side. Focus on taking deep breaths and relaxing yourself.